Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Things already rolling. Eze! Well, that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Eze clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Bellingham. That's a good foray he's making. Now it's Budimir. That's destined for the flank. Konsa spots it and intercepts. Now it's Rashford. Now it's Kane. Now it's Eze. This looks... He's had a shot! Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Eze. Rashford. Eze. And he shoots! Goal! England! Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Number 21,
England are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Budimir, that's a good ball out wide. He won't be happy with that one. Kovacic. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Pasalic. Now it's Perisic. Eze. Great vision. Elik. Pogracic. Vardiol. And that has left him in a heap. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Now it's Kane. Played into space. That is ended up in no man's land.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
He's on it. Can he get away? Cross. A header! Nearly, but not quite.
Budimir is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Now it's Kane. Eze. Now it's Kane. Now it's Eze. Croatia are looking to break at pace. Kovacic. Rashford. Now that's a fine challenge. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Stanisic. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. England come in leading by just the odd goal.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
England can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score.
Substitution for England. Number 9.
So we're off again.
Coming on the field is...
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
O'Reilly. Anderson. England come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And here's Eze. Pasalic. And it's Bellingham. Oh, cracking ball. And a shot! England with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Gordon! No, he got that all wrong.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Now it's Budimir, spread it left. Pasalic has it out wide and in space. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Well, that has not gone well. Eze under intense pressure.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it.
Lovely pass, but can he... Goes for a shot! It's fallen kindly here! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, he came away empty-handed in the end, but it was wonderful movement.
That's going wide left. And that has put paid to that.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front foot shapes to shoot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Taking place.
Croatia can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Eze does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Pass somewhat off target. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Vlasic.
Croatia really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Budimir. Bellingham. Rashford receives it in a good position here. Pongracic. Now, what about a counter-attack?
England are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
James is in a really good position out wide.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And here's Gordon. Now it's Rashford. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, right place, right time. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bellingham. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
England.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Things already rolling. Anderson. Great ball. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. An early chance there, first of the game.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And this is Perisic. Budimir. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, it's hard not to be impressed with the all-round capabilities of this guy, Mateo Kovacic. The Croatian really is one of the best central midfielders around. He does work best in a midfield three, I would say, but he's not really someone who can play as a single pivot. He'll be busy breaking lines once he gets into that left channel.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And a chance! Oh, crossbar! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. England with the corner, they're first. Tries a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
England have their second corner now. Stanisic gets it away. And it's played in. Rashford! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Gordon. Still goalless. And it's O'Reilly. Now Anderson. Rashford. And the shot! Kovacic. Bellingham. Anderson. Anderson! Goal! England! England take the lead. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
England are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Saka aimed beyond the defence. Bellingham with the delivery. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. He is through here. Kramaric makes a dash for it. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. It's a goal kick. Rice. Bellingham. Now it's Rashford. Now it's Gordon.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping.
Chance for a shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Modric and Kovacic. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Oh, that's neat. Bellingham receives, shapes to shoot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
England, and that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
England sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. And here is the first touch of the second half. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Perisic opts for safety. Pasalic. James, and he's managed to get free. Saka. And here's Rashford. It's Rashford! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Saka. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nice bit of trickery. He's on it, can he get away? He's found a way through. O'Reilly, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
The attendance for this match was 96,847.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Substitution for England. Number 18, Gordon. Number 8, number 11, Rashford.
And it's Stanisic. He'll try from
10,
distance!
Bellingham.
Off the post!
Coming on the field.
He doesn't look too happy with that.
Stanisic really might have got ever so slightly across it. I don't think he intended to hit it so close to the frame of the goal. I mean, that's a bit obvious.
21, Eze.
Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Saka. England are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Menu. James receives it in a wide position. And the finish! And he's following up! It's off target and by quite a way.
Yeah, he came away empty-handed in the end, but it was wonderful movement.
Looking for options for movement. Swung over, engages and forces him off the ball. And he's forced to go back. Elik. Kovacic. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Pasalic. And they win it back again. And it's Kovacic. Vardiol. England can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief.
Takes a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Croatia can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
A case now of complete control. Budimir! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. And it's James. Oh, well played, well played. Rice. Pasalic. Now it's Budimir. Now it's Pasalic. Now it's Pasalic. He's got away. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Eze. Good ball, good take. That's a good ball out wide. Saka has it out wide and in space. And he's in on chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And that's it. England really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very well.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Out towards the flank. Looking to play him in. Brilliantly cut out. Stanisic clears without hesitation. Rice. Great vision. Saka! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a throw-in. Still goalless at the moment. Gently done. Now it's Budimir. That's destined for the flank. That has been cut short. That is ended up in no man's land. Gehi spots it and intercepts. Saka. And the return pass. Bellingham. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fella, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And this is Kane. Now it's Budimir. 15 minutes till half-time. Now this could be a chance.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saka. And this is Kane. And here's Rashford. Pasalic. Now Modric.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's managed to get free. And it's Perisic. That's a shade optimistic. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And here's Budimir. Rice. And it's Rice. Bellingham. Rashford. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
And there they are. Please welcome our players, everyone.
So we're underway for the second half.
England clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Oh, well played, well played.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Kramaric. Bellingham.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Perisic. Spread out to the left. Now it's Pasalic. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, they can break here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Pasalic. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Substitution in progress.
Rice looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Chance for a shot! It goes to show he is human after all.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter. Croatia couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And he's lost his man here.
Might want to be careful there.
Goes down, but nothing given. Bellingham. That's a nicely shaped ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rashford. Modric.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Looking for options for movement. Great defending, strong and determined. Can he get on the end of this? It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Shot at goal! It's in! And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Number 18.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah,
Oh, good effort! That's a fair try, but just off target.
well, he's furious with himself, but at least...
Oh, shooting chance!
Croatia really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
A minute has been indicated.
Pinches it off him. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. The less said about that pass, the better. Kovacic. It's Vlasic. And it's Pasalic. Nicely spread. Vlasic picks it up out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. And that will be it. England have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Gordon picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. England have done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what they have just witnessed.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central... And the shot! Goal, England! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Croatia finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Elik. Stanisic. Oh, good-looking ball. That's a sharp pass. Kane. Can he get onto this? Perisic. Now it's Budimir. And he's been shifted off it. England leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Modric. Stanisic. And Erlich. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Well spotted.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now it's Gordon.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he shoots! There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Gehi spots it and intercepts. Now, can they get him away? Saka is in a really good position out wide. Kramaric. Budimir. That's going wide left. Played into the box.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Saka.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
Perisic. And it's Kane. Now it's Rashford. He's looking wide. Saka providing an outlet on that flank. Chance! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Towering header! No, just not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Gehi. And it's O'Reilly. Kane, looking for options for movement. Vardiol. Can he spark a counter here? To Kovacic. And he cuts out the supply. Pongracic. And it's Modric. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Bellingham. That is a great pick out.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
And for the first half, that is that. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. England coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
England are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. England leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Perisic powering forward here. Kane demonstrating his defensive quality there. Gordon. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Substitution for England. Number 9, Kane. Number 11, Rashford. Number 7.
Now it's Perisic.
Number 4.
Wriggles his way through. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, good climb!
Tony.
And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Number 17, Morgan Rogers. Number 16,
James.
Mainu.
And it's Modric. Now this could be a chance. Budimir!
Budimir really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Tries to pass it through. Budimir receives it in a good position here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
James does well not to be outdone there. Kramaric could move up a gear here. Just he's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution.
Now the delivery. Erlich does really well to win the ball there. He's having a hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
It'll be a throw-in. Pongracic. 1-0 as we head towards the end. And it's Bellingham. Into the last 5 minutes.
England can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Oh, he was eager to take that. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh, that's fabulous. Pasalic is onto this. He's trying his best to keep it in. Oh, what has happened here? Takes a shot! And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, it may be smiles all round, Peter, but it's a game that's given the boss some food for thought. Good result, yes, but they really could have done with making life easier. All it would have needed was just to take another chance or two.
Everybody, and this is a quick reminder to let
That's
you
where
know
we have
that
to
you'll
end
be
it.
able to
From me,
catch
Peter
today's
Drury,
match
and my
broadcast live
co-commentator,
on our
Jim
Club's
Beglin.
FM station.
A very good evening to you all.